Namaskar. I have come again with the same request to please preserve the musicality of classical music. Please try to be aware as a listener, as well as a performer, as well as a student of classical music. Try to be more musical, more aesthetic. Classical music is not only about showing skills or acrobatics. It is important to achieve skill and acrobatics and to show to some extent, but that too should be pleasing to our ears, that should be aesthetic, that should be musical. And please refrain from showing only skills in a non-musical way. I see videos of kids performing tans and sargams in a very fast tempo and completely in a non-musical way. That is not classical music. So, from your childhood only, teach your students, try to make people aware that classical music is also a music which could be touching our souls. It's not only showing gymnastics. Supposing if I sing Ragesri, it's a very beautiful rag. If I sing it in a very harsh way, in a very hard way, the tans and sargams are sang in such a way, it might sound too non-musical. At least to me it sounds like that. I see people singing like maga ma da da maga ma ma ga re sa ma ma ga 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 re re sa 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 ni sa ga ma da da ma ma ga ma da ni ni da ma da ni sa da sa ni da ma ga ma sa ma ga re sa ni sa ga ma da da ma ga re sa ni re sa ni sa. So why sing it in this mannerism? Classical music shouldn't have that kind of mannerism. You can sing it normally. Ga ma da da ma ga re sa sa ga ma da da ma ga ga re sa ni sa ga ma da da ma ga re sa sa da ma da ga ma da ni ni da ma da ni sa da sa ni da ma ga ma sa ma ga ni sa ga ma da da ma ga ma ga re sa ni sa ga ma ga re sa ni sa ga ma da da ma da da ga ma ga ni ni da ma da ni sa da sa ni da ma ga ma sa ma ga re sa ni sa ga ma da da ma ga re sa ni re sa. So I reduced the power, I reduced the harshness of my pronunciation and also the gamaks. I reduced them so that it sounds pleasing, it should sound pleasing to ears. Similarly with the tans, I have been saying about these things repetitive times, multiple times, but still I feel when I see the scenario around, I feel I should keep on saying this. Skills are important. I don't say you shouldn't do tans, you shouldn't run after tans. You can run after tans, but in an aesthetic way, in a more musical way. Like for tans also, if I sing I see very young students of music singing tans like this, which sound like I'm hearing someone very old. They have a very beautiful voice. They could have used it in a much better way. I feel pity that no one is telling them this. So I see videos going viral of kids performing tans and sargams in a very non-musical way, and people are like commenting and flowing comments are there, like they are and they are very pleased to hear that. But that is not music, that is not classical music, and those skills have no use at all, because finally the thing is, it's just a skill and acrobatics and gymnastics being shown as classical music. But classical music is music where the musicality should be preserved. So similarly in Ragesri, if I sing the tans, so this is also, I'm not telling I'm just running like my speed is too fast. An optimum tempo is okay for any music. I mean, tempo is is, I think, it's a relative thing. So whatever tempo you're singing, it should be musical. The tans, sargams, maga ma da da maga ma re za ni da ga ma da da maga re za, sa ni da maga ma da ni za da za ni da, ma za ni da maga ma za ma maga re za ni da ga ma ni da za ni ma da za ni da maga ma, maga re za ni da ga ma da ni za, da za ni da ga ma maga re za ni da ga ma ni da, ni ma ni da ma da da maga ma maga re za ni da da ni za. Not gama da da maga re za maga ma da ni za da za ni za ni da maga ma maga re za ni za gama da da maga re za. Not this. Why use extra gamaks? Why the voice throw gets distorted when you are singing the sargams? Even for tans. It should be So if I sing the tans in this way with extra gamaks, the sur also gets distorted. I mean, you can't get the exact sur, and it sounds more like the tapes of the cassettes going like. We had the cassettes in the previous days, and the tapes sometimes used to like get tied up, and the sound used to become like it used to get sound like this. So to me the feeling comes of that comes when I listen to such tans. I don't want to criticize, but I just want to make people aware that please listen to the classical music in a more musical way. Classical music is not only skills and a show of gymnastics. It is music after all. It should touch your soul. You shouldn't be expecting only gymnastics out of classical music. And stop praising such gymnastics only when you see people doing tans and sargams in a distorted way and showing only gymnastics. I don't think you should support that music. Please make them aware that music, I mean, aesthetics is required in classical music also. So, sorry to come up with the same request again. Maybe in future I'll also keep on saying the same thing, reiterating it the same thing when I see concerts, when I visit concerts and see young generation people not at all thinking about the aesthetics of music. It's a request, please do.